Happy New Year. I was going to sing like a little song like we wish you a Merry Christmas. But I think the closest thing we have to that is Auld Lang Syne. And I actually don't know the words. I just kind of... Hopefully I will be too drunk to do anything. New Year's Eve is like the one time I'm like, yes, alcohol. I really don't care for alcohol, like throughout the year. Don't get me wrong, like I will drink, but I really don't rely on it for a good time. I run on vibes, guys. Speaking of vibes, I've had great vibes. Had some friends around last night, played games. If you want to see me at my happiest, I'm in karaoke or I'm playing board games with friends. I'm a very simple creature. So that was great. And then in a strange twist of fate, I also have people coming around tonight. It was supposed to be somewhere else, but things happened, so now it's around here. That should be fun as well. It's going to be... I would say it would be a quiet New Year, but I actually don't think it's going to be quiet at all. I think it might be I'd write a letter to my neighbours and apologise and just be like, it's New Year. I've got my little frankincense and myrrh candle, which I still couldn't tell you what they are. I'm normally quite good for, I don't know this thing, I'm going to Google it. But I quite like the mystery of frankincense and myrrh. And when I opened up my present, thanks Brandy, and I saw frankincense and myrrh and I didn't see the candle part, I was like, did she give me like precious metals or... But yeah, it's a lovely candle. It smells very festive. I'm living in the last festive area. The Merineum, the part between Christmas and New Year, this is our final stretch, guys. And I'm also very aware that my partner's in China, so he's going to be celebrating 8 hours in front of me, so I need to keep an eye on the clock so that I can give him a call and be like, Happy New Year! And he will be drunk. Like, when I say I'm going to have some alcohol, I mean, like, I might have one or two, be a little tipsy. He will be drunk. And I love that for him. But yeah, I'm going into the new year with kind of zero plan, but overall positive. And I don't know if it's just because I've had like a week of general merriment. You know, I feel like I've had a nice balance of seeing family, seeing friends, being alone. And that balance is very important to me. The older I get, the more I'm like, I quite like to be alone. Actually, I need reset time. But yeah, feeling positive about the new year. I think doing this solstice thing, which I explained in a different video, long story short, 13 goals, burn one every night, you're left with one at New Year. That's your goal for the year. But having to sit down and actually go through, like, I've only got 13. They need to be a big range. Needs to cover like relationships, career, health. Like, it needs broad spectrum, actionable goals. Some are definitely more difficult than others. There's one that I'm like praying to the gods doesn't, and watch that be the one I pull. For sure it will be. But in general, I think that's almost taken a weight off of me, because I'm really bad for being like, this is going to be my year every year. And you know what? I have ups and downs, but in general, I like my life. It's a decent little life. So I tend to hit goals, but like scrape them, or like I'll hit them and then I'll come back down. So I'm excited to not overwhelm myself with goals and just have one goal that is my focus for the year. I think that might be a good route for me. It's also just fun lighting a fire every night. Although, and don't tell my landlord, I've been burning them in candles. Like, when a candle gets down to like the tiniest bit of wick, I'm like, well, I might as well blacken it with the writings, my musings, essentially. And they're really tiny pieces. They're literally like that big, but I don't know if it's the ink or whatever, but they are like black when they burn. So opening the windows, putting on the extractor fan, lighting what remains of a candle and putting them in. The problem is I was quite happily using the same candle for almost a week, I think, to the point where the candle vanished and it was just burning fire on glass. So naturally I had a little dink and the glass had cracked, and I was like, okay, that's a fire hazard. So that was out. So now I'm on a new candle for the final stretch. But yeah, I also get to get rid of my, I think I get to get rid of my little bag, my bad luck bag that I've been carrying around. I did have the thought, do I need to wait until Chinese New Year because it's a Chinese thing? But specifically, she said 2025 is going to be a bad year. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to take it out. I'm in two minds. Do I wait for Chinese New Year? Do I open it tonight? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I open it up and the world crumbles. That was me, guys. Sorry, I opened my bag. Oopsie. Yeah, nothing really to report. Had a good-ish sleep, not a very long sleep, but a deep sleep. And I've not had a deep sleep in a while. I'm a very shallow sleeper. I think it's why I'm tired all the time. I don't know what it was, but I was like, last night. So maybe I'm just feeling positive. Who knows? Maybe it's hormones. Who knows? But I'm going to ride it. Whenever I get a high, I'm like, I'm riding this high. Let's go. I'm concerned once more for my throat, but that's just because I've been doing so much talking. And I think, so I was thinking about this. I feel like my voice doesn't go when I sing. It goes when I speak. So maybe I speak with too much force. Watch me like come on tomorrow. I'll be like, hello everybody. Welcome to my ASMR. Yeah, but I'm getting a scope, so that's good. We'll find out if anything's going on or if I'm too loud. It could just be that I'm too loud. I would say we'll never know, but we are going to know. We're going to know when the scope comes through and they go, there's nothing there. But they said there was nothing there last time, and I've continued to lose my voice. So clearly there was something happening. But yeah, I think my sign to finish these videos is when I start saying again, because the whole reason I started these videos was to limit filler words and to start to articulate my thoughts without a filter a bit more. But when the ums start coming in, it means I'm scrambling for things to say, and I don't want to force. I don't think this should be a forced thing. The whole point of this is that there is no editing. I literally turn my camera on. It's one of the first things I do in the morning. I come in, I sit down, word vomit. I was talking to some friends about it last night because some of my friends watch them and some of them don't. You are under no obligation. If you're my friend and you're watching this, just because it's me and I've posted something, you're under no obligation to watch this. This is very much a put stuff out into the world for the sake of putting stuff out. This is kind of an experiment with myself. It's a habitual, what do you call it? It's a habit. I'm trying to form a habit. I'm trying to do kind of exposure therapy. I get very nervous on camera, and I get nervous not having anything prepped. I'm one of these people that scripts conversations in my head. So this has been a real out of my comfort zone, but also wakes me up in the morning. Like, I'm living alone at the moment. It gives me something to kind of jumpstart my day. Is I'm locked in, I'm having a conversation, I'm awake. Otherwise, I tend to sort of creep around in my pajamas for most of the day, and that's not good. I'm not saying you can't do that, but I'm saying for me, that's not good, because that inherently feeds into how my day goes. I just accomplish nothing. And I'm trying to get out of the mindset of you are not worthy if you're not productive. Rest is productive, but at the same time, there are days that I should absolutely be productive. These are not restful weekends. I allow myself rest days. I've got much better with that. But when I should be working my 9 to 5 or my 10 to 6, which is what I do, I should be working. I shouldn't be shuffling around in my jammies. Either way, as I said, as soon as I start umming, that tends to be me scrabbling for words, and I don't want to be scrabbling for words. So I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will speak to you in 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.